The foreign experts take on the latest developments surrounding the Korean peninsula. We bring in Dr. Kim Chul-woo, Senior Research Fellow at Korea Institute for Defense Analyses. Welcome to the program.
Great to be here.
Well, Professor, today we seem to be on an upswing in inter-Korean relations. North Korea allowed South Korean lawmakers to visit the Kaesong Industrial Complex. Should we view this as a goodwill gesture or an olive branch?
So I would say the olive branch is okay, but that olive branch is so changeable. So I think it's too early to say having wishful thinking to have a good full-blown relationship. But as a media splash, having South Korean lawmakers within Kaesong Industrial Complex is a good way as an effective icebreaker of North and South Korean relations.
So, Dr. Kim, will today's visit by South Korean lawmakers have a positive effect on normalizing operations at the Kaesong Industrial Complex or even lay a foundation to transform itself into an international industrial hub?
All big events starting from the very small significant initiative. I think the overall we can buy this gesture as a very significant gesture to open up their Kaesong Industrial Complex and even to the eastern side of Mountain Kumgang and North and South Korean family reunion. But let's think about it. They abruptly stopped the so-called humanitarian North and South Korean family reunion. But before that, a couple of days ago, they repatriated 6 South Koreans on the humanitarian basis. So I think the overall North Korea's decision-making swing is sometimes too pendulumatic enough. So it's very hard to, what is the consistent, persistent theme is it?
So what's your take on the latest satellite images that show activity heating up at one of their nuclear test sites? Is there something to be gained from North Korea showing another provocation in the near future?
Simple answer is that what comes next? North Korea is pressuring international community, South Korea, particularly the United States, because imagery intelligence from the United States all comes from Washington. So if you don't agree our gesture, our initiative, what comes next? Next comes forced nuclear test. So they are pushing even Washington to the decision table. So in the reverse side of the coin is the United States, we are running out of the so-called the strategy of patience. Strategic patience is over. Washington is strategically demanding to the Seoul and even Pyongyang.
All right, so against this backdrop, the U.S. and China are working on a roadmap aimed at resuming the six-party talks. While the two sides are still divided over the precondition to restart the dialogue, how likely is that the negotiations will get back on track?
One is very critical point is economically, the interconnectivity of this region is getting stronger and stronger. But security side is lots of different stories, different strategic communications happening here in Korea. I think the Chinese strategic setting at this point is try to attract or a little bit strategically detach Seoul from Washington and pushing, their seat to the Seoul side. But still, we have to consider China's factor to solve the North Korean nuclear issues.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight and sharing your insights on the latest updates in North Korea.
It's a tough question, as always.
All right. Thank you very
Thank you.
much.